It's extremely scary team, very scary because they are getting better and better as we speak. Every week they're playing better. They finally have their guards on the same page as the big guys. Um, those Xavier Lee tonight was terrific in his energy, both on ends of the floor, shooting the ball. Boogie Flan is playing really, really good form. Their front court dominates every single game on the offensive end or the defensive end. Florida's a team right now that you say really, really has a shot to repeat because they're getting better and better every time out.
Goody, we got Ron back too. Good job, Ron. Was quick. I thought you were in and out real quick. I think we were getting Ron back in the mix. Goody, what you got?
I thought that was enough. Y'all just need to hear from me and let me get on out here. Man. They don't need me holding up things. Yeah, I'm gone.
No, the Gators, man. I'll tell you what. I saw them. What was it now? 2 weeks ago. Beat South Carolina by 47. Yeah. And watching them in person, it just felt different, right? These dudes play so damn hard up front. Like Thomas Houck never stops. Tinyelu never stops. Alex Condon played hard as shit that game, and I think, again, he's come a long way. Like we talked about his inconsistency earlier in the year. Now he's been pretty consistent with his effort and his production. Obviously, we know the key is the guards, right? Like you're not winning 6 straight unless those dudes make some shots. I don't care how many rebounds you get. I don't care how good you are defensively. If Lee and Flan don't make some shots, and at least tonight they made some. They're not going to shoot 42% from 3. But you know what? If they can just keep the defense honest, make some uncontested threes, which they're going to get plenty with those three guys up front. Yeah, I mean, like I didn't think there was any shot a month ago Florida could go back-to-back. Now I would say they're one of 8 teams for me that's in the mix for the national title.
Well, later today on the show, we have to pick one of 4 teams, apparently. Trevor's making us whittle our list down. Despite I think there's more teams than that. My opinion don't matter. So, all right, we're going to get to 4. Slay, what's your thought on the Gators, man? Like these guys have been impressive, and this game was never competitive.
No, it's a lot of games that's going to end up like that, not looking competitive. I promise you the opponent is trying, but you got some monsters down there in the paint, in the interior for those guys. And when one of those guys hand-locked in Chinyelu or Alex Condon, one of those guys just happened to get in foul trouble, they have the luxury to be able to move Thomas Houck back to the 4 and not miss a beat. So I think with him being right there and him playing the 3, you allow everybody else to move back to their natural position and not have so much responsibility, especially coming off the bench. Ingram, Klefsar, all these guys get to be themselves. Like Jeff talked about, man, if these guys guards, Xavier Lee and Boogie Flan, just play respectable. Like if I'm on the team, we don't need you to come out. We don't need no 20-point games or 30-point games. Now, if we get that, it's a guarantee win because everybody else is above board. But if you can just get out there and combine for 25 and don't turn the ball over and shoot a good, efficient percent from 3-point and get some good defensive stops, get some runouts, because the bigs going to do what they do. Chinyelu is a problem. Like everybody, this is what made Florida good last year. Everybody understood their role. And I thought early on in the non-conference, guys were trying to figure out their role. And with Thomas Houck being at that spot, Alex Condon was trying to figure out, man, okay, do I stretch the floor like Thomas was doing last year? Do I shoot the 3? He finally hung that up going into the Alabama game and was like, you know what? I'm cool on the 3s. Let me just go down here and dominate. And he did that. He can still pass. He's still skilled as a big. Handlocked knows his role. Chinyelu, he's come along so far. They're running plays for him. Like that's the scary thing, and he's delivering. So I think, man, this team, you saw them turn the corner last year for me when Will Richard started to be able to know who he was and how he fit in with Elijah Martin and Walter Clayton. Now I think it's the same thing with Alex Condon emerging like he is, with everybody else playing like they're supposed to. It's a different team, man. And I honestly don't see a team that can stop them or match up with them when they're playing the way they are. Minus all of the Duke games and all of that took place. I'm talking about from this point on.
They're a
Michigan
different
may be
team.
the only
Slay.
team that can
Slay,
match
they're
up.
a different team than they were then. Like that's the one
Absolutely.
thing. We all see this. This isn't the same team that couldn't get over the hump early in the season. And we always make judgments early. And in this day and age of college basketball, like, you can't make judgments. You can't, because you have so many new guys. And again, we all looked at it as, well, they have the same front court. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Like, their entire backcourt is different. And like you said, Slay, like getting their roles together, figuring that out, it takes time. And these guys still aren't there to me. Now, Xavier Lee had 0 turnovers tonight. 0 turnovers.
Yeah.
And that's
7
huge.
assists.
That's huge for him.
I agree with you. It's so scary that they haven't even reached how good they can be. Like, that's the scariest part. You still ain't seen elite play like you need to win in a Final Four from everybody combined in a total effort. So,
I will say this, guys, Trevor, Dagan, we don't need to clip that. You can't make judgments, is what Goodman said early in the season. Man, talk to me next November and December, right, bro? Let's run that back and see how that's paying the bills. Guys, can't make judgments. It's November, December. It's pre-New Year's. Can't make judgments. Yeah, come on, bro.
What we do here in After Dark, we make judgments.
A lot of judgments been thrown since November 3rd, bro, and one of them was on this Florida team. I will say the losses they had non-league, it's not like they were getting rolled. I mean, they lost to Arizona by a couple possessions. They lost to Duke on the road, true road game, in the SEC ACC Challenge by 1. They lost to UConn in a tight game. The one that had everybody concerned was the TCU game. Now, bear in mind, TCU is an enigmatic team. They just beat Iowa State the other day. They should have beat Michigan on their floor. So it's not like they can't show up and play a good game and have good components to their team. They're just not consistent. That's why they're on the bubble. That's what bubble teams are. One other thing on Florida, too, is Brown had 3 threes today. Like, if he's coming in the game, Isaiah Brown, he's making shots. And Clavzar, he's been better the last 2 months, too. Like, it's not just Boogie and Lee. They're getting other contributions from their backcourt. We know what the front court's going to do. That's a massive game changer. Coach, let me go to you on this too before we get to Kentucky. Kentucky's coming up this weekend, all right? And we know Kentucky fans are dying to talk about that matchup, so we're going to get there in a second. They do shoot, though, from the three-point line 29% on the season. That's bottom 15 in the nation. Do you have a concern in a tournament game where at times you're going to run up against some bigs that may not be as good as them, but they're damn close? Like, Michigan's interior is going to be close. Like, there's going to be a couple teams that are close. Are you concerned about their shooting, Coach?
I'm not as concerned about that because I think it's going to continue to get better because they're taking good shots. They're taking open shots. They're not forcing things. As Slay said, they're knowing their roles more. So guys aren't trying to prove something when they're out there. But I would say this, 2 things that they're doing really well. Their big guys are running the floor unbelievably. Tonight, they were terrific, running in transition, catching lobs. And that puts pressure on the defense. The other thing that they're doing, too, is they are defending. They're defending. Ever since that kid, Isaiah Brown, came in, they've defended better, I think. They're rebounding. They're obviously going to be great rebounding teams. So they could offset some of the not making threes by getting extra possessions, by rebounding, by running in transition, because teams are going to force them to shoot it and those things. But I think that Xavier Lee's a capable shooter. I think Boogie Fland's a capable shooter. Clavashard, they definitely need him to make shots for him. But if Brown comes in, he's making shots now, that really improves their team as well. But I think they can counteract shooting by the intangible things they can do on the glass and running in transition.